New York Jets and New York Giants. It feels like New York football is back now. The Buffalo Bills are the top team in the NFL. The Giants are 5-1. The Jets are 4-2. And listen, I know that the past episode, people were in the comments like, put some respect on the Giants. Listen, I respect the Giants. And I will even say this. It's time for the fan bases to unite. It's time for Jets and Giants fans to unite. Now, I know the Jets have a better trajectory. There's no doubt. But I'm willing to put the pride aside in my Jets fandom and say, look, the Giants are on a great path.
Can I interrupt you real quick? Can I interrupt you? You can't say I'm going to put my pride aside and the Jets have a better trajectory and then say all of this after that. You can do it without saying that.
I think that the Giants are headed in a great direction. But let's be honest, the Jets are too, and I think this is great for New York football. I can't remember the last time when the Jets, Giants, and Buffalo Bills have all been good at the same time.
They're in New York.
And I don't think we know the Bills are one of the top teams in the NFL. The Giants and Jets are not flukes. The Giants, although they might not be Super Bowl contenders, the Giants, great coaching staff. They're building a great culture. They have a really good defensive line. Their defense gets after it. The Jets, they just dominated the Packers with subpar quarterback play. Zach Wilson didn't have a good game, and they dominated. These teams are legit. It's the bottom line. But we want to make this a debated topic. So whose future is brighter? And before I go, I will say, I applaud the Giants for what they did. When I loved the Dable hiring, I knew the culture was shifting. Have some of these games been as impressive as the Jets? No. But listen, it's been great. I will say it's been great. And I applaud the Giants for what they've been doing.
I feel like we can't even have this topic with Drew not here. I don't know who you're going to side with. I don't know who Drew would have sided with, but I know he would have defended the Giants at the very least because I know where we're going to stand. River, where do you stand? Sorry, Riv, my bad.
I'm with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. As much as the Giants, and this is me taking the Eagles' hat off and being completely unbiased because I do want the Giants to burn. But as much as what they've been doing, I look at the Jets, I look at their culture, I look at their quarterback, I look at Breece Hall, I look at Sauce, I look at the receivers that they've built. The talent is there. The youth is there. So I would ride with the Jets. I think if you talk about the Giants, it's a coaching staff. I like them a little bit more. But the youth talent on the Jets team as opposed to the Giants, I'm just more comfortable and put my trust in them. They have a lockdown corner. They have a potential superstar at quarterback. They have Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios. They have like a really good team. The offensive line has some youth on there too. So I like the Jets. And I'm with you guys on this one. We should have had this when Drew was here.
I'm just waiting on the comments that's going to say, how dare they talk about the Giants with the Jets jersey in the back? Yeah, how unbiased can they be? There's a brand new fantasy app. It's called Boom Fantasy. You got over-unders, player props. You got matchups. This player versus that player. That's personally my favorite and long shots. You can win 40 times your money. And if I'm not mistaken, Joel, NBA is coming soon.
Yes, sir. NBA will be in the app in the next 10 days or so. Wow. I believe opening night is October 19th, so we'll have stuff up a few days beforehand. That's going to be fun because we have it every night. You don't have to wait till Monday, Thursday.
Did you get your code for the league pass?
I did get my code for the league pass.
I got my code too.
Yep, that's amazing.
That's from 2K, right?
Yes.
That's tough.
Amazing.
That's fire.
So if you guys haven't already, download the Boom Fantasy app right now. Link is in our description or in the caption wherever you're watching. But I will say this. Let's make it fair then, right?
Yeah.
Both teams have talent. Both teams have great coaching staffs, we can say. The Giants coaching staff, will I say that it's a bit better? Yes, Brian Dable, I like him better than Saleh. I like Martindale over Olbrich. And Kafka and LaFleur, it's kind of like a toss-up. I like LaFleur a little bit better. They both have talent. The future of New York football is bright. But let's go position by position and really break this down.
Let's do it.
So, quarterbacks.
Give me Wilson.
Jets or Giants, quarterback position, Zach Wilson or Daniel Jones?
Give me Zach.
I'm taking Zach. Also, when you're talking about the future, you have to think of like age contracts. I don't want to have to make a decision on paying Daniel Jones. I would rather wait and see these couple years with Zach, what he has. I do think his ceiling is higher as well, so I'd take Zach.
Yeah, I think for ceiling-wise, I got to go Zach. Daniel Jones, as good as he's been this year, he hasn't shown me anything that warrants superstar quarterback. I think Zach has those highlight plays in his career. Give me him, and he's younger.
I think the Jets win this. Zach Wilson has the higher upside. Has Daniel Jones been playing better? Yes, but I think Zach Wilson will be better. Running backs, Giants or Jets?
Saquon Barkley clears any running back you guys have, but I think being at I don't know if he'll be there next year or the year after. He's 26. He's missed
I'm not
2
thinking
years.
about this. I'm going to be honest.
It's the Giants. No clue.
It's Saquon, but once again, do I want to pay Saquon $13-14 million, or do I want to have Breece Hall for the next 2 or 3 years making $1 million? I would take Breece Hall. Like, Saquon is the better talent, without a doubt. Saquon is the better player. But if we're saying the future, taking into account contracts and age, I would rather have Breece in his situation than having to pay Saquon.
The Giants, for me, win this category at running back. Wide receiver.
The Jets clear.
The Jets clear. Garrett, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Braxton.
Braxton Berrios might be their wide receiver 1.
Tony's on the trade block, so.
And he's their best receiver. He just can't stay on the field. Wandell had a touchdown.
He did score.
Yeah.
Next position, tight end.
Jets.
Bellinger,
rookie tight end, he's looked decent. Yeah.
Give me Jets.
We have Conklin and Uzama.
They've been solid.
Offensive line. Now here I will go with the Giants because they have Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal, and if Mekhi Becton was healthy,
I would say
I'd go with the Jets. But because he's not, I do side with the Giants.
Don't you think still, though, you might lean the Jets? Because neither of them are better than Becton.
But Andrew Thomas is, right now, his age, he might be like, if you could just take any tackle, he might be the first tackle taken.
But even then, AVT, Laken Tomlinson.
If AVT is going to play left tackle for me for the rest of my career, then okay, we could have this discussion. But if he's going to play guard, it's just Andrew Thomas positional value. I would take the Giants as well.
This is the toughest group to measure who's better. Defensive line. The Jets have Carl Lawson, Quinnen, Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers, Sheldon Rankins, Michael Clemens, who's been good. Yeah. And the Giants have Ojulari, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau. This is hard.
Yeah, it's really close.
I'm still going to go with the Jets, though, because I think Quinnen's better than everybody there.
That's like, I don't want to be biased, but
Quinnen has been elite this year. So is Dexter Lawrence, but
yes.
Quinnen has been a bit better than him.
Yeah, Quinnen has been one of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL. JFM has been fantastic. And Jermaine Johnson really hasn't even hit his stride yet. Kayvon had his first game, had a game-winning strip sack against Lamar.
I lean the Jets by a little bit.
Yeah, it's close.
Just a little bit.
If I could just say a tie, I would just say a tie.
Yeah, it could be. This could be a tie.
I'd say a tie.
But no.
This could
Pick
be a
a
tie.
side.
Oh, fuck. Jets.
Linebacker.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't think either position group is really good for either team.
But I'd rather take Quan Alexander and CJ Mosley, though.
Easily.
And Quincy Williams had a good game, too, for the Jets.
Quincy Williams is
none
good.
of these teams have good linebacking cores, but I would side with the Jets, I guess.
This next one, I ain't thinking about it.
Cornerback room.
Jets
clear. Sauce, DJ, Michael Carter the third.
Just clear, bro.
Sauce is going to be a top 5 corner soon. Very, very. He's ready top 10.
Could be next year.
Could be next year. It could be by the end of this year. Sauce is that good.
No, he is. He's so, like, when we was watching the Miami game, he's so long and tall. Like, god damn.
And then the last.
Mad length and girth.
The last position group, safety.
Giants. McKinney.
Giants clear. McKinney and Love. Julian Love. He's really good.
McKinney's
and I guess we can make a last category, coaching staffs. Who would you take?
Giants.
I would take the Giants just because Dable's offensive guy. If we want to talk about GMs, bring that into discussion too. I would take Joe Douglas. Joe Shane obviously hasn't done much yet. Kayvon looked great first game again. Evan Neal has struggled a bit, but I think he'll figure it out. Wandell got a touchdown. I mean, everything is new for the Giants, so we don't know if Joe Shane's a good GM or not. We know Joe Douglas is a good GM, so I would give the Jets the leeway there.
Giants coaching staff, Eileen. Jets general manager, Eileen, us. So that means for me, when I tally it up, the Jets win 6 position groups. The Giants win 3.
Yeah, the Jets right now, talent-wise, on this roster, they are the better roster than the Giants right now.
And it's not even taking into account if Zach Wilson pops. We're not talking about the Jets as just a regular team. We're talking about the Jets as...
I know, but...
So do y'all have both of them in the playoffs?
Oh, my God. I just get salivated. Zach Wilson's
oozing over there.
Playoffs.
Yeah, do you have both of them in the playoffs? Because the Giants' schedule is pretty easy.
Yeah, so is the Jets.
So what are we thinking?
Outside of Buffalo, the Jets do not have a tough schedule.
Doesn't Tua come back for those Miami games?
Yeah,
for the next one?
But we already beat them once. Yeah. No, so like even if we split, that's a win.
We just got to beat Buffalo.
You won't.
We can.
You won't.
Is Zach Wilson playing?
You cannot.
Yeah, we can.
Stop it, please.
We're 3-0 with him.
But Zach needs to elevate for those games.
For y'all to beat the Bills, he has to have one of them.
He has to have a 300-yard game.
Yeah.
Trust. Zach Wilson will.
About some trust.
It's the best defense in the league, man. I don't know.
He's the best quarterback in the league.
It's nuts.
Not being a homer at all. Both in the playoffs.
I think Giants fans hate you too.
Giants fans do hate me. And I was trolling and I put on my IG. Did you see the Giants? They put like worst 5-1 team ever with the SpongeBob meme. All our friends are Giants fans. That's the only reason I put it. I have nothing against the Giants. Right now, I would say, yeah.
Says that after trolling them.
No, right, I'm just fucking around. Right now, I would say the Giants you could put in the playoffs being 5-1. Like, they would have to really come back down to earth. The Jets have to be in that conversation too. They're not going to win the division. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, they have the division on lock. But I feel the same way about the Eagles too. I think they have that division on lock. It's just really going to come down between Miami and the Jets. Who you trust more? I still think Buffalo and Cincy are going to get in. And then in the AFC West, I still think the Chargers get in, and I still think
Chargers is 4-2 right now.
Yeah, and I still think and Kansas City I think is going to win the division. So it's going to come down between the Dolphins and the Jets right now. The Giants, I feel more confident just because their division isn't that tough. I don't think Buffalo.
Sucks. That's really
especially the wild card teams too.
Relax.
Giants are in for me. Jets. I'm like 67% there.
We're in the hunt for sure.
And that's all I could ask for.
I will say this though to just praise the Giants a little bit more. In 2023, they have $63 million in cap space.
That's upcoming offseason.
Yep. So they have a lot of money to fix all the holes they have on the roster, specifically receiver, offensive line, cornerback.
Can they cut Kenny Galladay?
There'd be some dead money. They probably will though, just because.
But Giants unrestricted free agents though are Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
So they would have to pay those two guys, and Daniel Jones, if let's say he gets $20 million. That's now you have $40 million in cap. What if Saquon gets 13, 15?
And that's why when we had that discussion about Daniel Jones, because I feel like that's the biggest debate people are going to have: Daniel Jones, Zach, Saquon, Breece Hall. Because on paper, sure, you will take Saquon over him, but when you take into account, I have to allocate this amount of money to the running back position when you could get Breece Hall in the second round, you could get Jonathan Taylor in the second round. Like obviously, you have some misses there as well, but that's why I do side with him there. The one thing I will say, this upcoming free agency class from a wide receiver perspective isn't that great.
It's weak.
The best one is probably Juju. He signed a 1-year deal.
DJ Moore is what you're saying.
Yeah.